Bien, estamos en Not for Broadcast. Es un juego que está en Early Access. Yo lo descargué gratis en Steam y pues se ve muy interesante. Tú eres el que controla lo que se ve en una transmisión de televisión. Así que vamos a iniciar una partida nueva. Vamos a ponerle la Barba TV. Y comenzamos. Elecciones.
Hi David, I have a call for you. I'm just putting it through. Alright mate, Dave here. Listen, I know you've only come in to clean up the place, but I've got a bit caught up, so you're gonna have to run the news tonight. Now don't worry, it's not hard and I'm gonna stay on the phone and help you. First, I'm gonna give you a quick tour of the broadcast room, so if you're not doing it already, look forwards towards all those screens.
Okay.
Right, look up at the top. That coloured bar is your audience. You want to keep the viewers going up and not down. Underneath that, you've got the screens. The one on the right is the broadcast screen. That's what the viewers are seeing at home. It's only a couple of seconds behind the master screen there in the middle. That's the one you control. Now, the four small screens on the left show the different signals coming from the studio. And
Son
you can
como
choose
muchas
between
cosas en
them
un
using the
solo
numbered buttons on the
momento.
vision mixer at the bottom left. Don't worry, I'll talk you through it and you'll pick it up in no time. Now,
Está bien.
have a look to your left.
A la izquierda.
These plugs control everything in the studio. I've left them set up for you, so provided you haven't fiddled with them, all you have to do now is throw the master trip switch and we're in business. Once you've got the power on, face the front again.
Ok. Activamos.
You can see on the broadcast screen that we're in the end titles for the show before us. Fortunately, they go on for fucking ages, so there's plenty of time for me to explain. Oh, right, okay, they're over, so we haven't got long now till the broadcast. Right, quickly, mate, look down under the desk. You can
Abajo.
see a load of videotapes on the left.
Ok,
They're
videos.
your adverts. Pick any three and load them into the machines
A
on the
ver,
right. When you've
ensalada
done that,
semanal.
look up to the front again.
Ejercítate. Y ven a Bomley.
Right, the tapes are loaded and we're all ready for when we get to the first ad break. That's great. Any second now, you should be getting a signal through from the studio. Stay on your toes, mate. It's election night, so all eyes are on this room. We do not want to get fired. When you get the signal, select screen one with the vision mixer and we're ready to go.
Prawn and mayonnaise?
Okay.
You know seafood makes me can't pustules.
Yeah, I thought it might increase our viewing figures.
Every day. You offer me prawns every day.
10 seconds, everybody. That's how I show love.
You're trying to kill it.
And yet you persist, going 5, 4.
But now, it's time to join Jeremy Donaldson.
Good
Ok,
evening.
empieza el
I'm
noticiero.
Jeremy Donaldson. Our main stories tonight.
Okay,
Moving on
all
up.
good.
The election
Next
win
is going to be the
that
throw to the
also
news
suggests
titles on screen 2.
Hopeful or
There'll be a countdown, but I'll count you in as well. Just relax, mate. It's all gravy.
Buys Honest Andy's Totally Independent and corners the flower.
Esperamos.
Top chat. Sports fans everywhere celebrate as popular footballer Johnny Hamsleeves wins Sports Personality of the Year. And a spoonful of sugar. Megan will be chatting with movie star Lawrence Blunderclatch about his new movie, The Medicated. And, of course, we'll be going live to Advance Headquarters to hear what
Ok,
the
ya
leaders of
empezó
this
aquí el
party
conteo para
have to
los
say on their historic
Right. Button
That's
2
what's coming up on
in
tonight.
3, 2,
National News.
1. Lovely, mate.
Ok, entraron.
Next thing is
La
the throwback
cortinilla.
to Jeremy with button 1 when that globe in the middle shrinks down and vanishes.
Ok. Cuando el globo se encoja, le damos al 1.
Here it comes. Switch to screen 1. Lovely, mate.
But
Okay,
first,
okay.
the votes are in and it's a decisive win for Advance. The landslide.
Listen, mate, we often get a bit of interference around this time of night, so keep your eye on
Okay.
the machine on the bottom right. You can move that white dot up and down, avoiding the interference using the yellow knob or your scroll wheel.
Ok,
Of a
bien.
severe lack of actual policies,
Lo tengo.
deliberately vague. The opposition parties have all conceded defeat to Advance's overwhelming mandate, but have yet to appear publicly.
Ok, no, no me estoy enterando de nada de lo que está diciendo por estar concentrado en no chocar aquí con las interferencias.
When it reaches 0, press one of the 3 play ad buttons over there at the bottom right. I normally play the first one at the first break and so on, but you can play them in any order you want. I'll count you into it as well, but keep your eye on the clock.
We'll be going live to Advance HQ to hear the co-leader's acceptance speech.
And 3, 2, 1, advert.
1 minute back, everybody.
¿Le piqué?
What?
Sí.
Why?
Wanker Snatch is running late.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'd ask him about the election.
personally, I wouldn't try to confuse him with any big words.
That's the same policy we use with you.
I thought that was our little secret.
He doesn't remember anything.
O sea, aquí estamos escuchando lo que dicen fuera del aire, ¿no?
Yeah.
¿Qué pasaría si... Ah, no puedo ponerlos en el aire ahorita.
Made it to the
Hay
first ad break.
candados.
You're doing great, mate. But this is where it starts getting a bit trickier. This next
Okay.
sequence is what we call a multicam sequence, because you're going to be cutting between multiple cameras to keep things interesting. A lot of it's down to personal taste, but here's 3 good rules of thumb. 1, try and keep the shot on whoever is doing the talking.
Ok.
2, don't stay on the same shot for too long. 10 seconds at the most. So if you're on the person who's talking, try and throw in the odd reaction shot or pull out to the wide shot for a bit just to keep it interesting. 3, don't stay on reaction shots for too long. A couple of seconds is usually enough. Then the audience want to see who's doing the talking, yeah? Stick to these rules and you'll be fine. It's not as
Okay.
complicated as it sounds. You've seen programs on television, haven't you? Make it look like those.
Bueno.
Might as well get screen 1 selected now. No need to wait for the broadcast to start. Try and stay ahead, mate.
Break. Quiet in the studio.
¿Cómo?
Thank you so much.
10 seconds, everybody.
Se supone que ya le puedo dar al
Going in
uno,
5,
decía.
4,
Sí.
3.
Ok.
Welcome back to the National Nightly News. Later, we'll be hearing from shock election winners Advance. But first
Get
off,
ready to go to Megan on screen 4.
is here with a star of both stage and screen. Megan?
Thank you, Jeremy. Megan Wolf, culture correspondent. And today I have a guest who starred in everything from Shakespeare
Right,
to
go
the
to
shop
Blunderclatch on screen 3 when she says his name.
Ok,
by none
ok.
other than Lawrence Blunderclatch. Thank you so much for
Listo.
coming on.
Oh, my dear, I do hope you believe me when I tell you that being with you here today is a moment.
Switch to 2 for the wide now.
Ok.
May I say,
Uy,
having you
perdón.
here with us?
Cambié la
Right,
otra.
now just try and stay on whoever's talking.
Ok.
Movie, which is called The Medicated.
The medicated, yes.
Wow, what was that like?
Well, as I said to Peter the Rat, that's Peter Jensen, the director.
Give us a look at Megan's reaction. Lovely. Now back to Thunder Twat.
I've worked with him on several movies, all terribly successful. I said to Peter, what a wild ride this has been. What a wild ride. I really meant that.
Wow, that is fantastic.
Ok. ¿Está
am I
hablando
right in
ella?
saying that the
Regresamos a
character
ella.
in this movie is quite an academic one?
Absolutely right.
Y,
A scientist.
Was that a challenge at all?
Exactly. You're
pero si
right.
están en preguntas no puedo estar
But
cambiando.
seriously, yes, you're right. It was a
Cambio
complete
mejor a
departure from my
plano
last
general.
starring role when I played Sergeant
a este
Brock
vato.
Rockman in Bullet Man. You'll remember that that was the true story of one soldier's fight for a love that surpasses all else. A love, of course, for freedom. I think it's grossed over $1 billion, but
Get back to who's talking.
Ya, ya,
It's
ya,
a
ya,
role
ya,
that's
regreso.
used 2 Best Actor awards, if I remember correctly.
it's so sweet of you to mention it. But I really am not in it for the awards, although those 3 little statues do take pride of place on my mantle.
Veamos.
With all the others, I'm sure. So, if you're not
A
doing
ver.
it for
Está ella hablando.
what is it then that drives you?
Pues que si están en una conversación
Beautiful.
Get on the speaker, mate.
está complicado estarle moviendo de uno y otro.
I'm afraid.
Esa es la reacción.
Cut me,
Regreso.
and I will bleed. And often, that's how it feels, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Bleeding, giving, suffering for one's audience. I suppose in the end, I do it for the difference it makes.
Ok.
I do it
Ah,
for the
vamos
people
bien, vamos
I
bien. Va
inspire,
subiendo la audiencia.
the little people. But most of all, I think I do it for the positive change that I can bring about in the world.
And today, of course, we're in for some real change, it looks like, in the coming few months. what do you make of this historic election result?
Oh, well. Well, now you're asking. Historic election result. Indeed. Historic is the word. Well, difficult, isn't it? Very difficult.
Been on that show a bit long.
I've always been quite clear that when it comes to politics, one should always strive to not fuck things up.
Shit, he swore. Oh, well, don't worry, he won't do it again.
Sorry, I said fuck.
Shit, he did it again. Okay, don't panic. I'll explain how to deal with swearing at the break.
Which opens next week.
Right, they've swapped the shot of Jeremy on screen 1 for a VT of the movie clip. You'll get a countdown on the screen, but I'll just let Megan cue you in.
My character, Dr. Lance Hemlock, is faced with a decision that could affect humanity's very survival.
Exciting stuff. Let's take a look.
Ok. Vamos para abajo. No me enteré de nada de lo que estaban diciendo, de nada. Por estar concentrado en las cámaras, en el vato este que está hablando también. Habla de un archivo porque después puedes revisar cómo quedó tu transmisión, cómo lo hiciste. Y también puedes revisar los videos que se están viendo ahorita en las 4 pantallas y enterarte de qué es lo que estaban hablando y qué es lo que se estaban diciendo, porque pues, ahorita no se escucha, pero más adelante sí se lo puedes escuchar y ya te enteras ahí de los chismes o las cosas que comentan fuera del aire. Para arriba. Para acá. Ok, pero ya no me acuerdo cuánto tiempo era para entrar. Ok. 7, 6, 5, pues desbloqueame los anuncios. 3. Ok. 2 segundos. Este.
2 seconds later, you'll hear that swear word going out on the broadcast, and you need to hold down the bleep button or the space bar on your keyboard for as long as the swear word lasts. It can take a bit of practice getting used to hearing 2 things at once. Just stay calm and you'll get it. And if you can't tell when to bleep, just above the button, you'll literally be able to see the sound scrolling by. All you've got to do is hold it down while the red bit is over the red line. Simple. Of course, if you do it by eye, you'll have to take your eye off the screens. That's why real professionals do it by ear. Most people like to have the volume of the broadcast screen a little bit below the master screen. Let's set it now. As you turn it up, you'll hear the advert getting louder. Good. You're set to start censoring. Like I say, it takes a little practice.
Vamos a bajarlo porque te vuelve loco la mezcla de sonidos.
Remember, button lights up, count 1, 2, and hold it down.
Ok.
Remember to select screen 1 now that you've got the feed. Don't wait for the broadcast to go live. That's too late. You can use the number buttons on your keyboard, 1 to 4.
Ya está, el 1 ya está pues.
5, 4, 3.
Bien, empezamos otra vez.
Welcome back. And I'm told we can now go live to Advanced Headquarters, where the 2 leaders, Peter Clement and Julia Salisbury, are about to make their acceptance address.
Oh shit, he's pissed.
Shall I start?
Go for it, Pat.
Okay. Well, thank you all
Toma
for
ella,
coming.
ella es la que
And
está hablando.
where do I start? What a day.
They said we couldn't do
They
it.
certainly did.
They used every dirty, low-down, lying, southern bastard trick they had
Ok,
against us.
censuramos.
You, the people, you saw right through their shite.
I'm sorry about the language there.
Censuramos.
Sorry about that. I've had a couple of celebratory pints. Makes me coarser than a granny's fanny.
Memorably put.
Censuramos.
Nailed
But to be honest, who can blame Peter for celebrating?
Remember the 10
Throughout the
seconds.
campaign, you've heard us
sí,
say
ya me
that
estoy moviendo.
Advance are not a political party. A party is what you have when things are going well. When the
Cambiamos.
country is suffering, you don't need a party. You need a team. A team that can change things. But today is day one of a new future. A better, fairer future. So perhaps we should all be celebrating.
Except for the rich. For them, the party's over. They shouldn't be celebrating. They should be putting their shit in pants
con
on
todo y
and
su
loading their dusty
cervezota.
checkbooks.
Again, colourfully put,
Bien,
but
esto.
not inaccurate. Before we came out here to address the nation, we used our executive powers to pass the Assets and Wealth Act. Working with the tax
Pasamos
office,
el
we
plano
have a
general para no estar
definitive
tanto
list
tiempo.
of every person in the country with wealth into the millions.
You know this sort of probably you rather you don't.
Ya
Because
está
the likes of
pedísimo
you
este
and
cuate.
me are not welcome in their gated communities.
Tomorrow, we will be introducing a sweeping reform of the tax system in this country. No more hiding wealth offshore, no more trust funds or creative accounting. A simpler, fairer, unavoidable set of tax laws.
So, all you bastard public school snobs
Censuramos.
have got nowhere to hide. And earlier today, we revoked your passports. You want them back? You want to leave like you threatened before the election? That's fine. But first, you're going to pay up. You're going to pay back.
Advance are going to turn this country from a nation of warring individuals into a team. To properly fund health and education. To raise the living standards of us all.
The pundits said we'd have to raise
Estamos cambiando.
billions. But you'll see when we've reclaimed
Estoy al
what's
pendiente
ours,
de que
that's
no
absolute
haya alguna
ferret
palabrota que
shite.
se me vaya a censurar.
So to
Ahí
you
está.
posh twats,
The people who pay you a pittance to serve them drinks in their
Ay,
private.
censuré demasiado.
The people whose children you raise.
so they've
fue, se
got
me
time
fue.
to get even fucking richer.
Advance have this to say to you.
It ends today.
We are coming for your sports cars and your mansions and your vineyards.
It ends today.
We will put the wealth of this country back where it should have always been. In the hands of the people who created it.
It ends today.
Yes, it ends today.
Plano general.
And tomorrow, we'll start making it fair again. Just like we promised we would.
And until then, ladies and gents,
Otra
that's
maldición,
just
¿no?
we'll get pissed.
I can't argue with
Palabrota.
that.
Ahí está.
Thank you for your time.
Y ahora empieza la interferencia de este lado.
Interesting acceptance speech there from the leaders of Advance. And our apologies for the fruity language.
Se me
Hopefully
olvidó
we'll get
cambiar
that
el
bleeped out for you in time.
plano general.
If not, someone's going to be in trouble. So, as the country braces itself for new government, that's all from us this evening at the National Nightly News. We'll be
Bien,
back
otro
tomorrow
anuncio.
with full coverage of the first day under Advance.
Ahora sí ya se acabó.
I'm Jeremy Donaldson. Have a peaceful
Sí.
Right, looks like you've got it now. Thanks for all the help, mate. I've
Good
got
job,
to go.
everybody.
Ferry's about to leave. Probably won't be coming back. Job's yours, mate. Good luck.
So, same old boring politics then?
Is this some
¿Qué pasaría?
weird fever dream? Am I dying now or something?
You should be so
Podré
lucky.
ponerlo.
I'll see you tomorrow night.
Not coming for a drink?
No, got a date.
Lucky you. Try not to get murdered.
Listo, se acabó. Valoración del bloque C. Emisión finalizada. Y nos desbloquean la sala de desafíos. Aquí está la calificación. Pues bastante bien la primera parte. Aquí fue donde el montaje fue aburrido. Montaje aburrido. Censura perfecta. A ver aquí. La interferencia que se me fue. Montaje aburrido. Ok. Pues no estuvo mal. Un B de calificación final. Este es el archivo.
Most people come into the archive room when they're done with a broadcast. That way you can see what you did and how it looked to the public. As you can see, there's 3 sections to the archive.
Okay.
Broadcasts, that's what you've put out. Rushes, which is all the stuff that was on all the screens. And adverts, which is any advert that you've chosen to show. So let's have a look
A
at the
ver.
broadcasts.
Vamos a ver las emisiones.
Okay, on the left you can see all the broadcasts that you've done. You can also get to hear from the main menu if you don't actually
Son
want to do a broadcast. You select any of those and click load tape.
Esta es la
Watch what you
hecha.
just did. When you're done, hit back.
Cargamos la
Well, in a
cinta.
few moments, we'll be going live to tonight's national nightly news. But before that, let's take a look at what's coming up later on tonight on Channel 1. At 7 o'clock, it's the semi-final of the quotation game, and it's a nail-biting quiz tonight as a team of nuclear physicists take on four...
Yo creo que podemos adelantarle un poco.
Remington's fist buys Honest Andy's Totally Independent and corners the flowered market. Top chat. Sports fans everywhere celebrate as popular footballer Johnny Hamsleeves wins Sports Personality of the Year. And a spoonful of sugar. Megan will be chatting with movie star Lawrence Blunderclatch about his new movie, The Medicated. And, of course, we'll be going live to Advance headquarters to hear what the leaders of this fledgling party have to say on their historic victory. That's all coming.
Ok, aquí es donde empieza luego el intro.
Decisive win for Advance. The landslide victory with an astonishing
Que
81.
vuelve a aventarse toda la noticia. Bueno,
Former Home Secretary Jeffrey Jeffries has issued a statement in which
creo que no hay nada interesante aquí. Lo interesante es
Click on rushes and
esta
let's have a look
parte.
at those. Okay, these 4 screens, they're exactly the same as the 4 screens that feed you the studio signal when you're doing the actual news. Of course, the difference here is you can mute
Vamos a
any
reproducir
screen
esto.
you like.
Apparently, he's been drinking since lunchtime.
Christ is alive.
What was going on behind the scenes.
No, se está
Just
metiendo
select any segment that's
hasta
any
que no
bit
se
between
cae este
ad
cuate.
breaks over on the left and hit play. When you're done checking out the backstage secrets, hit back.
Ya. Ahora sí, reproducir.
Apparently, he's been drinking since lunchtime.
Christ is a liability in the best of times.
I know. God help whoever has to bleep this. 10 seconds, everybody!
I mean, a lawyer and a TV personality running the country. Seriously?
We've had worse.
5, 4, 3.
Welcome back. And I'm told we can now go live to Advance headquarters where the two leaders, Peter Clement and Julia Salisbury, are about to make their acceptance address.
Shall I start?
Go for it, pet.
Okay.
A ver, aquí
Well,
ya están hablando.
thank you all for coming. And well,
Volvemos aquí. Censuramos el audio de esto porque esto es lo que vimos hace rato.
It's green.
Teal.
A ver si dicen algo interesante. De repente dicen algo interesante.
Oh, not much.
Team spirit.
Swearing.
Swearing.
Except for the rich. Then the party's over. They shouldn't be celebrating. They should be putting their shit in pants on and opening up the checkbook.
Bueno, pues realmente no está tan interesante esta parte. Ha habido otros, en otros segmentos sí dicen algo más, algún chisme, alguna cosa de la vida personal de ellos. Pero aquí pues como realmente solo están poniendo atención a lo que dicen, pues ya. Guardamos y salimos. Y se desbloquea la sala de desafíos. Aquí ya se puede hacer el modo libre. Sin. Parece que esté sin la audiencia. Sin el medidor. Sin. Como que. Pues sin errores o algo así, solo para divertirse. El modo realista. En ese sí te quitan todo. No hay ayudas. Y es como el modo difícil. Y modo música, que todavía no lo he podido probar. Supongo se desbloqueará más adelante algún episodio o algo, porque es igual un show de música. Entonces, bien, de momento acabamos aquí y le seguimos luego.